Welcome to the Jeff Crilley Show. And now, here's Jeff Crilley.
Welcome back to the Jeff Crilley Show. It is January, and January is not a month when you typically think about weddings, but I can guarantee you that a lot of brides are. This is a big month for bridal shows. My guest right now joining us on the phone, Naomi Butler. She is the CEO of Bridal Shows Incorporated. Naomi, welcome to the Jeff Crilley Show.
Hi there. Long time no talk to you.
Exactly. And in fact, the reason why you're not in studio is because you're busy setting up a bridal show.
Exactly. I'm actually sitting here in the Irving Convention Center, their beautiful building, and we're about to move in all the vendors today, and then the show is tomorrow. So we have the Las Colinas Bridal Show tomorrow from noon to 5 here at the new Irving Convention Center.
That is so. You are a busy lady because it seems like you've got one show after another. Tell us about your various shows.
I have the Dallas Bridal Show coming up at the end of the month, January 28 and 29. And we have Dallas twice a year. We have Plano twice a year. That's March and September. And we have Fort Worth on February 12th at the Fort Worth Convention Center. And we have Allen in September also. So we have 7 shows this year. And they're all bridal, and they're all fantastic. And so we're excited. It's going to be a good year.
That is amazing. And you've been doing this for a while. Tell us about your history.
Let's see. We started doing shows in 1988. We started the Dallas Bridal Show and the Plano Bridal Show in 1990, and the Fort Worth show is in 1998. We've had the show here in Irving this is our 6th year here. We've had Allen, I think our 4th year is this year. I kind of lose count on some of them, but it's been a while. We sold our home improvement show in 98. It was at the Dallas Convention Center. So we've had over 350 shows, mainly consumer shows, some trade shows. All kinds of shows.
Well, I think you're amazing, and what you're doing.
You're so sweet.
No, honestly, to stay on top of the trends. I mean, you're just incredible. Let's talk about bridal trends for 2017. And joining me is my co-host, my lovely daughter Sarah.
Yes, who's
Hi,
counting
Sarah.
down the days. I am so great. So I want to hear what's going on with the Dallas Bridal Show and what's coming up.
Well, you know, we have over 300 companies in the wedding business in the Dallas show at the end of the month. And
wow. Sounds like a party.
There are so many things there. Everything that the bride can imagine is there. Anything they need to plan, the complete wedding is right there in one spot, one location. So this actually saves them a lot of time, a lot of stress. They can plan everything in one day or one weekend and come back the second day if they would like.
And a lot of free food. I love
that's important.
I keep coming by the same wedding cake booth.
So cake tastings and photographer and dresses. Do you do the venue?
Everything. You name it. I dare y'all to mention something we don't have. I'd love to test you on that one.
I think that's awesome. Well, let's talk about bridal trends because I know the classic wedding never goes out of style, but these days, I mean, brides are getting married in interesting venues. They're sometimes they're doing viral video dances down the aisle. You know, what's happening in the millennial bridal routine?
Well, you mentioned the viral. I know there's so many things that have to do with technology. There's more things online. And I think today's bride is definitely wanting to do something that they want to do, not necessarily what someone else did. It's becoming more and more of what the bride wants. And they all see things different. They want their idea. They have different ideas. So I think it's mainly, in fact, when I teach companies how to work a show and how to work their leads, I tell them it's kind of like the Burger King way, letting them have the wedding their way, the way they want. But the
I love that.
really, really have some concept of what they want, and they want something different and unique.
Now, let's not forget about the groom. Is he invited?
Yeah, talk about that, Naomi.
Definitely. And I know over the years I've even talked to some at the shows where the groom is the person planning the wedding. It's not the majority, of course, but every once in a while we see the groom is the one that's in charge of planning everything. And it's interesting when I see that because it just puts a different light on it.
They call that Groomzilla, don't they?
I don't know. They really, when I've seen it happen, they know what they want, and everybody goes along with it. It's kind of cool.
It sounds like it would take a lot of pressure off. Or do the couples go together? So it was some part of it a surprise where the bride's going to try on the dress, and so the groom's going to go down in the different aisle.
What would you say? I mean, I've been to the Dallas Bridal Show for the last 10 years. It seems like it's 9 out of 10 people there are women. Would you say that's true?
It's still true. That has stayed true all these years that I've been in this business, and you will see some grooms come in, and if they do, sometimes they're kind of made to come with them, but then others are there because they want to be a part of it and they're involved in it. So it's all across the board, and it's kind of cool when the grooms are there with the bride because they get to help see and pick out and see what's there, and they get to plan together. And they're about to take this journey together, so that even makes more sense if they're in the planning process together and be more involved together.
Our guest right now, the Dallas Bridal Show. Naomi, can you give us the website?
It is www.bridalshowsinc.com. Shows is plural. And you can even go with DallasBridalShow.com, FortWorthBridalShow.com, PlanoBridalShow.com, LasColinas.BridalShow.com, AllenBridalShow.com.
Wow.
It'll get you to the same place. They can purchase tickets online, and they can also purchase tickets on site at each show. But there's a lot of information there. And any vendor that they are looking for, they can go to the specific show and see if that vendor is in the show, or they can also view to see which vendors are in each show.
So excited. So that's Bridal Shows, Inc., INC. And how much are those tickets?
The Dallas Bridal Show tickets are $12 each for adults.
Fantastic.
And
Very affordable.
it's half price for children, and then from age 2 and under, it's free.
Well, you can eat that much. I could eat $12 a wedding cake in a hurry. This the free samples.
They have your name at every booth, Jeff. Okay.
Let's talk about some
There's a
other.
lot of different things to samples. There's so many, not just cakes, but there's all kinds of food from various vendors who are trying to sample their food so that people know some of what they have to offer.
You can get a full
And
lunch
of
pretty
course,
much.
You could. And, of course, there's concessions if you want to purchase other stuff, too. But there are so many things on the floor of the show for you to taste and see if you like the way they make their food and see if, it's really awesome because you get a way to see and taste what that company is all about.
And they always have the runway, and the fabulous Donnie Brown is your MC. So let's talk about that.
They have a fashion show?
Yes.
We have 2 on Saturday, the Bridal Shop in Circle Park Bridal, and then we have the Bridal Shop on Sunday. So we have 2 on Saturday, 1 on Sunday. The fashion show hours on Saturday are 1 and 3, and then on Sunday the fashion show's at 2. And we are working with someone that I can't mention yet, but I tell you what, when I get it locked in, I think it's going to be early next week, I can call you and you can put it on air.
Oh, my goodness.
For a pre-show entertainment.
Oh, how fun.
Right now, it sounds like it's going to happen, but I can't say 100%. But we do have here at the Las Colinas Bridal Show Sunday, we have the electric violin lady playing before the bridal shops doing their fashion show. So if anybody's able to come out this Sunday to the Irving Convention Center, they'll hear the violin lady, and then they'll be able to see the bridal shop too. And there's just so many things to see in every show.
I think it's wonderful because there's things for people within all budgets. I mean, if you're doing it, they say champagne and caviar tastes on a beer and pretzels budget. You can find it. Why don't you give the brides some tips if they did want to do an elegant affair, but they wanted to keep costs down? What are some simple ways to kind of trim the budget without trimming the experience?
One advice that I would give them, and this is a trend I'm seeing more of, is hire a wedding planner. Just like Donnie says, he can save them their fee. So if they're hiring a wedding planner that has all the contacts, that knows all the different companies, and can save them the money because of those contacts and those relationships, then it saves them a lot of time, a lot of stress. But that's probably one of the biggest tips that I would advise brides. And we're seeing that trend more and more. we had to close that category out earlier last year, and of course for this year it was closed way ahead because of that very thing. It's really amazing because in the past that was more of a huge luxury item, and people thought, I'm going to do it myself. But what we're seeing is so many people that do it themselves realize, I wish I'd hired a planner. I wish I'd hired the professionals.
Yes.
Because some people who aren't professionals may not show up. They might have paid their money. Things didn't happen. So that's the one thing that we try to do is help our companies be more professional. And we do require business insurance from all the companies in our shows. So that is even another plus for doing business with those that are in our shows.
Right. Now that's so powerful, and I know that just having your special day on a off day can save you money. The difference, right? The difference between a weekend wedding.
I know there's some that are Thursdays and Sundays, and I think because that's happened so much on some of those off days, it may be difficult to even get some of those off days if they don't book it early.
Right.
I'm back on the website, Bridal Shows, Inc., and I'm seeing on here weight loss, honeymoon travel, cookware, dance instruction. I mean, you cover it all at the Bridal Shows.
You name it. And you said weight loss. It's amazing. The weight loss category has never had to close out, and it is closed out on the Dallas Bridal Show. So I think the part of the trend that we're seeing, too, is people are really trying to take care of themselves and to look better on their wedding day. So that's another big part of it.
I think that's amazing. What about in terms of the wedding dress? Are there different styles that are coming in vogue?
That is definitely all across the board, and everybody has their own way of the type, thinking about the type of dress that they want and the amount that they want to spend. And I know brides do spend quite a bit on their gowns, but I've seen so many different types of gowns, and I think more elegant, more simple and elegant is what we're seeing a lot of, but it's across the board. It just depends on what the bride wants.
Sarah, go ahead.
And what about bringing maybe, the maid of honor? Is everyone invited to this?
To the bridal show?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. They bring sometimes 6 people with them.
Wow.
Most people, yes, they will bring at least 1, maybe 2, and that's normal, an average of 3 people in a party. But you've seen some that have up to 6 and more, because I've seen parties with the grandma there, the dad.
Wow.
Of course, Dad was there because he was shelling out the money with the checkbook. But it's amazing how many different ones come with him to help. And that's really cool for the bride, because if she has somebody to help her with making notes, organizing everything as they are walking down each aisle, it really helps the bride too. So it's smart if they bring other people to help.
I think that is so sweet, because it really is a party and a celebration for the whole family. And I'm also seeing back on your website, because I'm all over this website now, you're in the 28th year.
28th year for Dallas, exactly. It's awesome. I'm so excited. I love everything. Jeff knows me, and Jeff, I love this. I know I'm crazy to love it as much as I do, but it has been an exciting journey, and I'm not done yet.
I love that, and I can vouch for that last statement. It seems like if you work in a pizza place, you get tired of pizza. If you work in a Chinese restaurant, you get tired of Chinese food. Naomi, you never get tired of weddings, do you?
No, and I know I'm crazy. I love it. I love this business. I love mainly helping people, and that's why I even do my free workshops to help companies know how to make this work right. And I do want to pass along something too, Jeff, because I talk to all the companies and those that I get to really know within the workshops, and of course, 28 years of relationships here in the Metroplex. Their goal is to help the bride have the best wedding ever. They really do care. So when someone comes to a show and they might get a call or an email from someone, I don't want them to think, oh, they're just here trying to sell me. They really care about helping the bride have the best event and have as much fun as they can, because they know that bride wants that event to be remembered. Today's trend hasn't changed in the past, but they're I think trying to create more of a guest experience than ever before with unique entertainment, all kinds of things. But they want that event to be remembered. And that's what these companies are there to help them do.
Absolutely. Well, I know we're taking you away from setting up for the Las Colinas Bridal Show, so we'll let you get back to it. But thank you so much, Naomi Butler, BridalShowInc.com.
Thank you, Jeff. I appreciate you helping us all these years and
Absolutely.
helping businesses be creative and speaking at our conference. I appreciate you and love you to pieces. Thank you.
Right back at you. Talk to you soon.
All right.
All right, coming up next, the Dallas Junior Chamber and why it's become the hottest networking organization in town for the millennial generation. That's next on The Jeff Crilley Show.
You're listening to The Jeff Crilley Show on Talk Radio 1190.